How's it going, Yes?
Hello, hello, hello.
How is it going, sir?
It's going pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna turn you up a
I
little
don't
bit.
know if my mic's too weird. I have it set for work stuff, so it's not probably set for streaming.
No, it sounds good. Does it sound good on stream, everybody? I'm pretty sure it sounds good. All right. Yeah, it does. Well, okay.
Apologize for being late today. Had to work a little bit later.
No. I was rushing home anyways. Same with me. It's all good. Okay, sir.
A masterpiece. Is there anything I'm not good at?
Okay, so you haven't watched the trailer yet today.
Oh shit. Let's watch the trailer. Okay, starting now. And if anybody's in chat or in Discord that can help me do, YouTube shit after, let me know. Starting now, though, I haven't seen the trailer. We're going to interview Techno Killer. But give me a sec. We are actually going to watch the trailer, because that is correct. I never watched it today. And I'm
You probably
excited.
have a lot more questions after you watch it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Gameplay trailer. Alright. I don't know if anybody's seen this yet, but we're going to watch this trailer. For the new season, coming out Tuesday.
Being a legend? It ain't just about winning, mate. It's an attitude you show up with. And bring every bloody drop.
Put in 10,000 hours.
What a rush! I leveled up? Hell yeah!
Choice. Gonna get Rocky's guts.
Come on now, bring it. Here we go. Patching myself up a bit. I never quit.
All eyes on us. We can't hide it when you this fly. You don't need no pilot.
That's the best you got, mate.
Whoa. I already noticed a mistake in the trailer.
That's the best.
That's crazy. This is supposed to be Caustic, and this is supposed to be Fuse. That's crazy. What a mistake.
You got, mate.
You can't crash this castle.
Way too real, need a moment of silence.
Better luck next time.
Look at the time, stuck in my prime to be this good. Should be a crime. Top of the line, one of a kind, built for it all. Still on the ground.
Oh, there's a reactor.
You really thought you belonged in here with professionals.
We survive.
Oh shit, this is covering everything.
You misguided sod.
You think that's it? You aren't ready for this dance.
So tell me when to go. Feel bad when you came from the floor.
Underestimate me and pay the price.
It's our turn. Get me up next. Lights, cameras, high standards. Touch the top of that mountain. Nothing we cannot handle. Crowd, favorites, world's greatest.
That's a
And I'm
good
still
trailer.
the same team. It's us versus everything.
I love when the spotlight's on me.
Put in our time.
I'm always watching.
You want to be a real legend.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
Game's changing, mate.
All eyes on us.
So however you used to drop,
Hardly a challenge.
Go ahead, sing it louder. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
it's time to drop a little hotter.
Okay.
It's pretty intense.
Like, just overall, that is a great trailer, though. The
Yeah, it's
music,
our fifth anniversary, so we wanted to come out swinging.
no, like the music, the transitions and everything. Like,
Being a legend?
okay. Caustic's getting shafted on. I know, and he keeps getting killed. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is incredible. Before we get into the trailer stuff, because obviously I have trailer questions, let's just start off with this at the beginning. This seems so weird for me to do. Techno, first question. Let's start off with, how did you get into the gaming industry?
Oh, that's a rough one. I was actually in the Canadian Army for about 6 years. And after I got out of that, I actually, because I'm from Alberta, I was working oil and gas as well. And it's kind of not illegal not to work in oil and gas out here.
Pretty much, yep.
But after that kind of started crashing and stuff like that, I had some money saved up and I decided to go back to school and finish off my degree. And I wanted to get into video games.
Nice.
So I moved out to Vancouver, finished my degree, and I started working on EA on the FIFA team. And I did that for a little while. And then for the last couple of years, I got transferred over to Respawn. And so I've been working on Apex for a few years now.
Okay, interesting. So how did the transfer happen? Did you ask for a transfer, or was that just something that happened?
It kind of just happened. Like one of the managers I had worked with on FIFA had transferred over to Respawn, and he knew me, and he's like, "Okay, we just need someone that has passion and skill, and we would like you on the team to make the game better." So I wasn't gonna say no to come and work on one of the best BRs out there.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's really, really cool. So my second question that kind of ties in, and I believe you answered it already, is what other game franchises have you worked on? Was it just FIFA before Apex, or did you do anything else?
Yeah, mostly FIFA, and then I dabbled in a little of the other sports games like NHL and stuff like that. Because I was in the tech role, I kind of got to support all the kind of tech areas. But my main project was FIFA. And then there was a small stint. I took a break from EA, and I was actually working at a TV studio. And I worked on My Little Pony, Lego Spider-Man, Lego Spider-Man, Lego Marvel, and so that was pretty cool to do.
That is actually pretty interesting. Holy cow! So just to finish off this line, and then we'll move into other stuff. So what is your actual title position at Respawn, and what area are you working on for the game right now?
Yeah, so I'm a development manager. I make sure the game is running fully smoothly and on time and keeping track of all the tasks. My main projects is I help support the Legend Balance team, lobby, markets, anything that touches the lobby, essentially, all cosmetics, and then anything involving Legends I get to play with.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So I think we'll get into the trailer stuff that I just noticed quickly, and then we'll continue on, if you're okay with that. So, the first thing that I see here is this Thunderdome.
It ain't just about
yeah, it's our brand new map for Season 20 here, Little Thunderdome. Just a nice little tiny map to put into our mixtapes and introduce some of our new game modes coming.
So, this looks really, really cool. This looks awesome.
It's a pretty fun map. It's a lot of open and closed spaces, and so you have a little bit of variety of everything.
And is this all new, or are
all brand new?
Okay, that's what I was looking at, because I've never seen any of these buildings before.
It's a collaboration of kind of all the maps. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of Kings Canyon there, a little bit of what do you call it, the Broken Moon and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of pieced together.
Okay. And is this skull in the middle, does this have an image on it, or is that a reflection?
In this one, it's kind of like the holograph of Apex there.
Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, no, this map looks awesome.
It's an attitude you show
so
up with.
Following that from the trailer, we get
every bloody drop.
Put in 10,000 hours.
Yeah, these transitions are amazing.
What a rush! I leveled up? Hell yeah!
Right here. Does this actually pop up on the screen like this, or is this just for the trailer?
This is mostly for the trailer, but it will kind of pop up like this. It'll be kind of closer to the top of your screen, so that way it doesn't interfere with any gameplay. You might be in the middle of a fight and level up, and we don't want that to stop you from seeing what's going on, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be kind of like this, a little bit smaller, and then you'll be able to see the 2 power-ups that you get at each level, and you select which one you get.
So, going on to that, I'm going to assume in-game you have to click left or right?
Pretty much. It's gonna be like you'll have like keys. It'll show you like hold down the left mouse button and then slide to the left and right, and then select what you want.
Okay, so with the perk system set up this way, is there any way to have a preference, or do you always have to each individual match click?
For right now, it's going to be each individual match because these aren't permanent upgrades, and every battle is supposed to be different. So for right here on screen, you might not want killer handling. You might want fireball on this match, but the next time you might want to switch, right?
That's true too. That's very true. Yeah.
Choice. Gonna get rough as guts.
Come on now, bring
Yeah,
it.
that looks
Here we
pretty
go.
devastating.
Patching myself up a bit. I never quit.
Lifelines.
Lifeline is
Right there.
people are gonna be.
That's the best you got, mate.
Yeah, it's too bad that there's that blatant mistake in the trailer with Caustic, but you know.
Best you got, mate.
You can't crash this castle.
Better luck next time.
Now here, okay. The flatline skin. So many people who missed it just they gush over this skin all the time.
Yeah, so it will be back for a limited time, but it is completely free as long as you complete the challenges.
Okay.
Once you got the challenges done, it's all yours.
Okay, that's people are going to be super excited for that. And when does this start? Is this the day one of the season?
It should be, yes.
Awesome. Okay, that's really cool because I love the color on it, like the pink purple kind of look.
You really thought you belonged in here with professionals.
120 hertz graphics mode.
Yeah, that's for the consoles. Obviously, it's already on PC. So consoles will now have the 120 FPS, and then you can also see that rank is reloaded. So there's going to be a whole new kind of rank mode.
So console people should be very, very excited for that. And so I believe, if I read this correctly, you can turn that on or off, right?
Yeah, there's like going to be like a kind of a performance mode or a quality mode. That way you can kind of adjust what you like. Because some people, you know, for like your super guides, like at lower FPS to pull that kind of stuff off.
Okay, okay.
That's it. You aren't ready for this dance.
So anniversary event starts day one.
Day one.
Now, okay, straight shot. This looks really, really fun. And I believe it says it up here. So all weapons on the ground are fully kitted?
Yeah, so it's going to be a 30-player mode, like it says right there.
Okay.
You're going to drop right into a point of interest, like, immediately.
Yep.
And each point of interest actually have 2 teams on it, so you'll get into a fight almost the second you land.
Okay.
And then all the weapons there are pretty much already kitted out, and you can grab other weapons and customize to whatever you need to. But yeah, it'll have everything loaded, ready to go. These are meant to be like 10-minute burst matches.
That was going to be my second question. I was going to assume that like internal testings, these matches go pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And they're also obviously on a smaller version of the maps as well.
Yeah.
It's basically the final race.
Oh, actually, to go back on that, so in that new mode, do you start off with a base shield?
Yeah, you'll have a base shield already to go.
And pay the price.
Yeah, there we go. Fully kitted weapons.
Lights, cameras, high.
And there is some of the cosmetics. It's too bad. That's the second kind of mistake in the trailer here. There's no caustic one, but hey, you know, I'm sure they'll fix that, update it.
I think he's actually in one of the builds behind you there.
This is a great part right here, by the way.
It says verse everything.
I love when the
Yeah, there'll be
spotlight's on
150
me.
arrow charts for everybody that keeps
You
all the
want the
collection.
real legend.
Yes, so the collection event, if you purchase all items, you get 150 shards.
Yep.
So you can just pick whatever heirloom or prestige skin you want.
Correct.
Awesome.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom up.
Games changing, mate.
All eyes on us.
So however you used to drop.
Hardly a challenge.
Yeah, this is a great trailer.
Time to drop a little hotter.
And honestly, who doesn't like Rampart? No, I like Rampart to me. Like I've said this before, if I didn't start playing Caustic earlier, Rampart would have been it. Just because I really like her personality is just great. It's just so fun. So I also saw on Twitter that there is collaborations with some content creators on some skins. So like for instance, Shiv has a Prowler skin. How did that come about? Were you guys thinking about that previously, or was that just something recently that you decided to do for this season, or can we expect more of that in the future?
Yeah, we like collaborating with people that have shown like interest in the community and help drive the passion behind this.
Okay.
I can't honestly, from my side, I can't say how we got involved with Shiv right away. But it was fun to see his skins and collaborate with him and make sure that we recognize people that have passion for this.
Yeah, and it's a really cool looking skin too. It looks really really awesome in the game. All right, let's move on to some more questions. Do you have anything else you want to say about that trailer? Did we miss anything?
No, the big point is, like I said, is it's our 5th anniversary. We just want to come out swinging. The whole point of this new perk system is to make every character viable. Obviously, there's still going to be a meta. People are still going to find stuff, and we're going to still balance things out as things come up. But the idea is, again, when you see someone running crypto, you don't know what perks he has, so every engagement is going to be fresh and new.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that the community is super excited for Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
I'm just seeing just a lot of positivity everywhere, which is really nice to see. Okay, next question. Do you see Apex having any direct competition right now?
Of course. Yeah.
Well, we agree that it's a shooter, and it's a BR, and there's other BRs out there. But I feel like, me personally, I feel like Apex, even from initial release to now, has carved its own kind of space, where it's got that kind of, in my opinion, that perfect mixture of, yes, you have abilities, but yes, aiming, skill still takes most of everything in the game. So do you think it's got its established space and nothing is really competing in that area, or do you think that there is direct competition to it?
I do think that we do set a bar, and other BRs try to meet that bar, and we learn from other games as well. But it's not as simple as BRs being our competition. Mm-hmm. It's all video games being our competition.
Okay, so you guys just look at the whole thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a single-player game, multiplayer, strategy game, shooter game. Like, we got to see what drives these games, and if we see games that are doing well because of their story, we make sure our lore is just as passionate. If it's the engagement with the community, we got to make sure the engagement is just as good as that, right? Mm-hmm. So we're always adapting to it, but we definitely know that we like to set that bar too.
Okay. Next question. Other than Apex, what games are you enjoying right now, if you have the time for any?
You know what? I've been playing a little game called Enshrouded. That's been a fun little survivor builder game. It's in early access right now, but it's been fun. I do play a little bit of Escape from Tarkov, but I've been also known to boot up Stardew Valley here and there.
Perfect. All-time favorite game or franchise? Doesn't matter how old it is, just your all-time go-to if somebody was to ask you that question.
Oh, that's always a tough one. My usually go-to answer is actually probably the Half-Life series. That's pretty much what got me into gaming, and where my name, even Techno Killer, even comes from.
Half-Life 2. So good. I remember when Half-Life 2 came out, and Doom 3, I think, was right before or right after. Both those games were just amazing at that time. With the addition of perks in Season 20, do you have any worries that the game could lose some of the skill that a lot of people look at Apex having, and maybe become too close to something in the vein of like Overwatch, where a lot of people do kind of have this outlook of Overwatch that is more ability based?
Currently, I don't think so. Again, everything's still Apex at the end of the day. You still have your movement. You still have all your same wall jumps and super glides and tap strafes if you can pull that off. These perk systems are there to just kind of liven up the game. But realistically, if you don't take them, the characters are still the same you're playing right now.
True. So also with the perk system, can we expect quicker patches? than what we are seeing right now or currently in the past, because it seemed to be a patch at the start of the season and potentially a patch in the mid. Can we expect more if something becomes a little too strong, or if people are getting frustrated by a perk?
It's kind of hard to say right now. Definitely, there's going to be a lot of onus on legend balance for the next season here.
Okay.
So yeah, if obviously there is something that's super game breaking, we'll put out hot fixes and try to get things in. But the idea is we don't want to be there. So we've done hours and hundreds of hours of testing on this to make sure that at least it's gonna be kind of fair to begin with.
Okay.
But we know our players are gonna find ways to make it unbalanced, so we're gonna be watching very closely. There'll still be the mid-season updates, but yeah, you might see a couple of more hot fixes in the middle just to balance things out.
Okay, perfect. So we can expect a little bit more eyes on if something becomes a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Perfect. So with the new perk system, is there still legends that you're currently looking at for a possible rework, like what Rev just got recently? Or do you think the new perks are allowing for quicker changes, maybe keeping a character that doesn't have a high pick rate, maybe increasing that with different perks added to them? Or are you still looking to fully rework other legends?
There's definitely going to be still like reworks coming in.
Okay.
We do kind of have to see how the perk system's going to affect that. Maybe people will find some of the older characters that aren't picked as much a little bit more viable.
Okay.
And with Rev, we had to fix a lot of his stuff, but right now with the perk system, it gives everybody a little bit of chance to shine in the spotlight.
Okay.
But yeah, reworks will never be fully off the table with this.
So I'm going to assume with this new season coming out Tuesday, there's going to be a lot of eyes on every legend, seeing how they play out and what their pick rates do.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay. Was the perk
system...
Oh, sorry. Go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, even if you look, Crypto, he gets a lot of bashing on, but some of his perks this season, really step him up and makes him more of a threat and stuff like that. So we're hoping to see some of these guys that used to like playing Crypto come back to him, and same with Seer and stuff like that.
See, in my opinion, I always thought Crypto was a very, very high skill ceiling character. Even though you can look at it and it looks very simple, like you take out his drone, but you have to time that so perfectly, especially in a game like Apex where it's so fast paced. So yeah, that would be awesome. If his perks make people go back to him, I think that's only good for the game. Next question. Was the perk system a recent idea? Was this just a recent thing that everybody kind of came to a conclusion of? Or was this something in the pipeline a long time ago?
It's been in the works for a little while, but again, with how much there had to be done, we had to make sure that it was safe to release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we kind of time it and make sure it's cool. It's around our 5th anniversary and stuff like that. But yeah, this is something that couldn't be done overnight. This is something that had to be executed and talked about for seasons.
Okay, for sure. So I think it's safe to say that this is the biggest update to Apex I'm pretty sure we've ever had. I think.
Yeah, it's definitely top 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? So the excitement, curiosity from the community seems at an all-time high, which I'm sure everybody at Respawn is super happy with, because positivity in the game is great. Can we expect bigger sweeping changes like this season going forward? Do you have anything that you guys are looking at? Obviously, I know you can't say. Or is this kind of like the big moment that you want all eyes on Apex, and this is it?
This will probably be a big one for a little while.
Okay.
Every season we're going to try to keep things new and fresh, but as for scale, this will probably be a big one for a while.
Okay. So this is a little bit off topic on what those last questions were about the perk system and all that.
Remember me by.
Oh yeah, thank you. I was looking for that. I dropped mine. I couldn't find where I left it. Okay, so I'm a firm believer that the community of any game should try and police themselves. And what I mean by that is hold either content creators or players to a standard of, not being so toxic. Obviously, there's no cheating. We all know that. Nobody agrees with that. But I'm just talking about the toxic side of the community. Is the in-game reporting still the best way to report somebody? or what would you recommend to keep the community in a good, safe place?
Yeah, right now the best way, we have our system there. We make sure to keep track of it. Go ahead, report them into the game. I mean, a social media post doesn't hurt. It gets attention.
So Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So, next question. With the recent elimination of controller configurations on Steam that allow for some, unnatural movement, in my opinion, and gameplay, do you internally have a number or a percentage of players you think were running that? Is there any way to tell? Do we know?
There's going to be some metrics that come out and probably speculate all this kind of stuff. There won't be like an official number.
Okay.
But we'll be able to tell because there'll probably be a lot of predators or preds doing pretty bad.
Okay.
All of a sudden their KD drops and we see that kind of stuff. Lack of players all of a sudden. So we'll see a dip in player count, and then we'll see the rise of returning players now, knowing that it's safer to come back.
So like it seems like from what I'm at least seeing on like Twitter and stuff, I think that a lot of players believe it's a higher number than it is. Would you agree with that, or do you think it's a decent number?
I don't think it is as high as everybody thinks.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was still high enough to be more than a concern.
Yeah. Well, no, and I think everybody is happy that you guys took initiative on it for sure. So this question actually hits home a little bit just because Sarah doesn't play this game too often, and when she wants to hop on, it seems to be an issue. Now, again, this could all be in my head, but I'm usually 100% right on everything I do, so it can't be. From a player perspective, the matchmaking seems a little unforgiving when trying to play with a newer person. Is this something you have seen internally? Is this happening? And if so, can anything be done about it?
It's definitely happening, and things definitely can come about it. We've seen the complaints. We've seen it ourselves while playing online and stuff like that. Yeah, and like there was a big recent one that came out. One of the big streamers, his Watson, was playing, and he was up against like some bronze player. And we want to avoid that. We want to make sure this game is fair and fun for everybody. So yeah, we notice this kind of things, and we will do our best to fix it.
Okay, so it is being looked at or discussed at least.
100%.
For sure. Honestly, that's usually, like, in my opinion, again, when devs come out and just say, hey, we hear you guys, we're looking at it, we're talking about it, we're trying to figure out things, that can squash a lot of fires. So that's awesome to hear. With the release of Universal Heirlooms, because it appears there's one coming out in the new season, am I correct?
Well, maybe.
Okay. Plus, re-releasing previous skins in the game. We just saw the Flatline skin that everybody wanted. Or color changes to previous release skins. Has there been any discussion, or have you guys had any worries about possibly taking away some of the esteem or people looking at a skin that they didn't have and going, wow, that's really awesome, this person played early on in the game? Because it seems to be that every skin is just going to be re-released. Has that been a discussion, or is that really not a worry internally? Just release them and get skins into anybody who wants them?
Yeah, there's going to be always like recolors and reworks, because we do hear people, and we understand that, like, yeah, there's some skins that everybody wants. But we also got to make sure that, like, every skin is worth getting at the same time.
Yes.
If you have a rare skin, you want it to be rare. If everybody's running around holding the same skin, then it's not as rare or legendary as you think it is, right?
Exactly, and that was kind of the whole point of the question, was kind of devaluing some of the skins, right? Because if you constantly re-release, it would get to that point, right? So I'm glad that you're saying that. Yeah, internally you understand that, because that's really, really huge as well.
Here's to 5, baby.
All right, next question. We're almost done already. Holy cow! I should have wrote some more questions. With everything the team is working on, is competitive integrity always in the forefront and keeping the game at a high skill level, especially with the new perk system being added?
Yes and no. We understand this game is a highly competitive game. We have our ALGS and stuff like that. But at the same time, we understand, not everybody's playing this 24/7. Some people are just coming home from work and just want to jump into a couple matches and play. And that's the idea around the new 30-player match mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is to get in there and just have fun, but give that option to go in and take this serious as you want it to be.
And that ties into the very next question. Do you believe this new season is set to bring in new players? And was that a goal with the changes being made?
1,000%. Like,
yeah.
Every time we go to a new season, we're always looking to bring in new and old players. We want to make sure that, like, when people jump into this game, that they can understand it real fast, get into it, and do everything enjoyably. With this season, it's pretty much Apex 2. And we want everybody to come in and feel like, hey, this is a new, fresh game. And so give those new players a chance to learn against the pros as well.
For sure. Now, I do watch a lot of esports. I see a lot of the pros talk not only in Apex but in other games. And at least in my opinion, the pro scene in mostly every game does not want a lot of changes. They usually want everything standard to them so they can perfect whatever they have to on screen and just potentially get better and better at that. Did you get a lot of pushback from any of the pros that you showed early on, or were they pretty positive about the changes?
There was a lot of positivity. That was always the first question. It was like, okay, how is this going to affect the ranks, and how is this going to affect, competitive play? But once they started touching it and playing around with it, they realized actually how smooth this made it, with still feeling like Apex with a twist.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, from a viewer perspective, ALGS, it's going to be awesome. It's awesome right now, but it's going to be crazy to watch.
Yeah, and like even though the ALGS just finished up here, their latest tournament, and it was amazing to see them play that. But the entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what they do with the Wattson perk. I can't wait to see, if Fuse all of a sudden becomes a meta for this.
Yes, exactly right.
And so it's going to be nice to see not just, the same 3 characters being used in every match.
Yeah. Hopefully some more Caustic, because we know his pick rate's very low, and he needs a lot of buffs. Okay, next question. What do you want, just in general, what do you want the Apex community to know about the team at Respawn? Something that you don't think that they understand.
I just want everybody to be reassured that, like, every developer at Respawn has passion for this game. Mm-hmm. Things can come slow out and stuff where we still are attached to EA and it's a big company, so we still have our guidelines we have to follow and metrics to meet, but every single person loves working on this game. They might not be good at it, they might not play it as much as they should, but man, when they get into this and design characters, art, movement, they want it to be the best as possible.
So there's definitely some passion left.
Yeah. Like, I wake up and I'm excited to get to work.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm excited. Yeah, I'm sure you are. And excited to watch my streams, I'm sure. So, yeah, you're just having a great life right now. About the future of Apex, just the future in general, after this season. Super excited? You got anything, like, in the pipeline that you're just like, wow, this is actually going to change it again?
Oh, yeah. There's, like I said, every season still going to try to keep things new and unique. There's definitely some of the next seasons that I'm excited to see how the community reacts to some of the things we do.
Perfect. So, the last little bit of questions. Again, hopefully this was okay. I just kind of have like a lightning round where I just want to say a phrase or a word to you, and you give a phrase or a word response. Okay. And it's 2 parts. So here's my question to you, though, Techno. Do you want me to do this now and then finish up with some potential questions in chat, or do you want to do some questions in chat and then finish off with this?
Hey, let's do a lightning round, and then we can hop over to the chat.
Okay, so lightning round. I'm going to say a word. You give the first thing that pops in your head. No right or wrong answer unless it's anything bad about Caustic. All right, here we go. First one. Aim assist.
0.6.
0.6?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Matchmaking.
Needs to be better.
Okay. Roller or keyboard?
Keyboard.
Skin recolors.
Looking amazing.
Okay. Pro scene.
Say again?
The pro scene.
What's the word I'm looking for here? Top of the league.
Top of the league, okay. Casual scene.
Some of the funnest I've played.
Let's go. Apex Legends 2.
One day.
One day? No! People have too much invested in this game. What? No.
No, there probably won't be an Apex 3 for
okay, whoa. No. You've already said it. That's crazy.
Hey, I said one day. It could be 10 years from now.
Okay, next one. Exclusives.
In what context?
Just exclusives.
Forum?
Okay. Servers.
Improvements.
Okay. Tick rate.
Improvements.
Okay. Source engine.
Ugh.
You gotta tiptoe around this one probably, right?
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Okay. Favorite gun.
Wingman.
Okay. Least favorite gun.
Devotion.
The Devo. Okay. Even with the turbo?
Even with the turbo.
Wow, okay. Favorite legend.
Mirage.
Okay. And least favorite legend.
Probably Wraith.
Did you say Wraith?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of playing her.
Like specific bald-headed Wraith that DC when they get knocked? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here.